Okay, so I'm gonna start this thing over again. So it's a multi-part video. Anyways, I don't really like this group. They're very MAGA. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of gaslighting, a lot of, all that kind of stuff. Um, but basically, right there is what they focus on. They focus on making their houses fancier, right? Obviously, driving out the homeless and getting in. But I mean, if you look this up, it's not really a good group. It's very right. They've toned it down for sure. They've toned this group down for sure. Uh, but really, it's the content. Just start going through the comments, right? And anyways, this person has, because I don't even know what they are, but like, it's like a one person, two people, anonymous sort of deal, and I've actually interacted with them like directly, and they're highly manipulative. And as you can tell by the comments, what kind of people they attract. But yeah, see, there's already one right there. One's already pissed off, so I'm not really focused. I mean, check this one out right here. So it's like, so anyways, what I focus on isn't their comments. It's the account itself is responsible for a lot of bad stuff that has occurred in the city. Good example, ripping out the bike lanes. So, that's the kind of stuff that they like doing. Literally, the people in charge are insecure of change. That whole thing. So, which to me, it's not target the people, because they keep blocking me, because they're those kinds of people. They block instead of learning. So I figured, okay, then what it comes down to is your fan base. People, you get a lot of support, right? And I'm thinking, well, one person's annoying, but like, what if we just automate the process? Because in theory, if a person gets, because I actually have done it, that's actually how you met. They were commenting on a different, post, and I was commenting, and like, conflicting ideas, obviously, and I was pretty much spamming, and it actually was working. So that's what I'm thinking. If this person blocks, then the idea isn't really to go after the person, because they're more like a lurker. They have an anonymous thing. They're posting shit, and then they're getting people to kind of like instigate. They're instigating people essentially. So I'm thinking, well, obviously we can't comment to each comment, right? But we can definitely comment to, like, I wouldn't comment on 12 or 1 or 2. Not even 24, but 153. That's a great example. Okay, so this person's pretending to be a liberal, and like they're assigning themselves as being a liberal, but the reality is that they behave like a conservative. So usually what I'll do is I'll just, because like I said, you read a lot of these, and they're mostly, I mean, like, if you've gone through the few I've already showed, it's mostly MAGA. It's a MAGA daisy chain. So this guy's like, I think, I'm agreeing with you guys, but I'm still not gonna call myself you. So that's where that person's at, and they're gonna comment a lot, I bet. Oh, let's see. Yeah, they already commented again. It's 2, 3. for. So see, that's what I mean. They're like, wow, they talk the same way. At first, they're like, I'm a liberal. I'm not you guys. Wow, embarrassing. And now look at they're yeah. See, and look, this other guy right here is calling them out. So like, this guy's like pretending to not be MAGA, but just totally MAGA, just the way they react. So that's a lot of replies. Jeez. Let's see. Yeah, so that's the end of the reply. So then at this point, what I'll do is I'll go into ChatGPT, and I've already got my thread going. So I'll just literally copy and paste these in. Let's see. And ChatGPT already has the instruction, and the instruction is pretty much point out the insecurity, and kind of like a mini therapy session. So they're forcing me to use bad bike lanes. Well, they're getting forced therapy then, essentially. So here it is. Wow, found another liberal supporter. Oh no, not that guy. See, if you don't see, sometimes ChatGPT messes up. So we gotta tell it. We gotta tell it who. So, because we don't want to waste our time with we can't topple the king. So we gotta get the king's biggest. Essentially you gotta go for the people who have the most likes. So that's kind of what I do. Let's see. Yeah, so then the MAGA's always accusing me of everything they're guilty of. I mean, that's pretty much what they've done throughout their whole little mini thread. And so I'll just copy it and boom. Couldn't post comment. I wonder why. Oh, I know why. Maybe it's because I posted it twice. Or maybe they removed the maybe you can't @ them or something. Let's see. I didn't post comment. Let's see. Maybe I finally got found out or something. Can I post comment? Unless the person blocked me. Totally possible. Because like I said, this person's paranoid. They haven't blocked. Okay, so let's see. Why can't we post the comment? Where is that dude? I don't know. It's like an experiment in progress. It really depends on how annoyed I am or not. Yeah, totally something they would stage too. That's right. But where's that comment? You gotta topple the king. Let's try again. That is very strange. Let's see. Let's try testing. Let's try this one. Test. Okay, see, that works. Okay, that works. I wonder why. But it hid my reply. It worked on that person. Well, you kind of see where I'm going with this. If it was working as it's supposed to. Let's get one more try. You know what? Let's try. You know what? It's probably the character length. I bet. Let's see. The only reason I'm using the web version instead of the app is because like it doesn't let me log in with the. It works on the web, but it doesn't work on the app. It's really weird. Couldn't post comment. Okay, so let's see. There must be some kind of people are letting him at him. That's the interesting thing. Yeah, I think people. Yeah, I don't know. We'll try it on a different one. Okay. 112. Let's see what this person said. Read its first comment, the first sentence, and the last one. I mean, literally, just read the last sentence. Just tells you everything about that person. So let's go for it. It already says a lot, so I don't really. I mean, I can tell at this point, so I don't really bother reading them. So let's do this one. New person with a lot of likes. Yeah, that's the one. And you know, I like doing this because it's like reading psychology too. It's not. It's like practice. Let's see what happens. Yeah, it works. So I think this dude probably I forget the filter, or not the filter, the menu name. There's a menu item where it kind of tells you like they have to follow you or something to comment on you or something, or you know what I mean? Like it's like a follower versus following type permission to, like, if people can comment or something, they must have something like that on. But you know, like, move on, right? And go on with the next one. Okay, so let's see. I like reading my comments too. Let's see, what did we say? I'm pretty sure that guy violated laws. Report to the feds, police. Okay, yeah, the whole, right? And then what are they insecure about? Not understanding. Oh, that's true though. That's what they're doing. They're stacking multiple violations, and boom, right there. They've got, you know, like, he's not just liable for like some prison time. It has to be the feds, the local police, and the Department of the United States. That's how severe this is. So you know, it's right. And then the reason why, because listing multiple serious offenses, blah blah blah, calling, reporting creates a sense of certainty. Yeah, that's true. Moral authority, because they're not actually uncertain. Because see, that's right there, first line, they open with I'm not certain, I'm not pretty sure. So they're not even certain, they're just pretty sure. They're so sure they cited the CBCs. More laws name and the higher escalation, the more it persists. Yeah, see, that's exactly what it does. So this person, you know, oh, I'm so sure this person, blah blah blah, they violated, you know, that's what it's going to come down to at some point if you keep letting these people go. So anyways, that's what it comes down to. Now they have their comments, and we move on to the next one. So I'm more of a statistics person, so I'm just looking, and you know, I haven't done this in a while, so we might have a little binge, right? Here's one: make him famous, left, right, no, behave. Okay, let's do this one. I could totally. I've gotten way more hardcore sometimes, but this is the light version. It can get super trippy, get too trippy for other people. So let's keep it light. Everyone learns something. They don't just come here to comment. And now the person that maybe reads it, and then sometimes, and I don't know if that. Oh, I'll see. Sometimes they reply right away. It's crazy. I'm on the web version, so obviously it's a little slower paced. But let's see what else there is. 77. Ooh, we got a double here. Let's see. That's the irony. This person's like, they have so little self-control that they commented twice, and now they're like, that guy has no self-control. They see what they want to see. What does that one say? Yeah, that's it. So that's what I mean. I don't go for the account. Oh, and that's the thing. The main account, which you already probably forgot about, where I'm commenting on the Save Instances Now, they don't get notifications at all. So what they'll end up with is kind of like a stale, lukewarm type crowd. And the person, I've interacted with them, so I already have like this, it's not easy to explain, but I already have like a mental profile of them. And if they get a lukewarm audience, the whole thing will just dismantle itself. So that's what I thought, and I'm like, this is going to be really easy now that I think about it. Okay. And it's entertaining because I'm making these things. I'm probably not going to do all of them, but I'm definitely doing this in the background. Because that one's a double. Let's see. And the crazy thing, these are your neighbors. That's the sketchy thing. These are literally, well, not your neighbors, but they're the people you like randomly drive by or walk by, and it's all smiles, and underneath they're like, you know what I mean? That's the irony. Don't like something, move on. And that's what the person's doing in this very thing. They rant and then they move on, but whatever. Let's see. Let's go on for the next one. Let's go one that has more than 100. Yeah, see, that's what I mean. It's literally a bunch of like one like, or you can already tell that one person likes all of them for no reason, or practically. You can always tell the pattern. There's a lot of ones, too many ones. Does that make sense statistically speaking? That's what I'm wondering. The spread. It should make sense, right? But it doesn't make sense because the base is 0, right? It should start off at 0, because in theory there should be very, very few comments with 0 likes, right? And very, very few comments with a ton of likes. And there should be a lot of comments with like, that medium range, which I'm seeing is kind of around like the 10 to like 70, 60, 50 range. But here we see, and you already saw this, the ones with a ton of likes, that's not artificial. Legitimately those are the actual outliers. But look at this right here. You see 1 1 1 1 1. So that's artificial too. That's the pattern. If you filter, so that's literally one person, and that's how I can tell. That's literally one person just liking all of them, or not one person, but you know what I mean. Like there might be something like that. So I think that's it, but okay. Let's see if we can get another one. You already did the main ones. Because it's not really about what I get offended. See, you think about it, there's two ways you see it. I read them, and which one triggers me the most versus which is the one that they all agree with, right? I think it's easier to just focus on ones that kind of treat it like work. You know what I mean? Like you go for the non-emotional ones, because it's not really about what I like or dislike. It's about what gets them riled up, right? Because sometimes, or the most arguments. Oh, that's another one. Replies. Which one gets the most replies? That's the other one. The other way I could do it. Who's the most active? So let's see. Thinking on the fly. Yeah, see, that person had a lot of replies. 16. Okay, I get the idea. This is a good one. Where is it? 23 is a good one. Okay, let's see what they say. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like defending. So like I mean I kind of agree with this person, but I don't really want to waste my time defending if they're already doing work. So yeah, this person's already okay. This person's got a handle on it, I think. So let's. So those 26 likes, that comes from, so I mean, essentially it's a MAGA group, and obviously you're going to have like a few people like me who kind of, well, not me necessarily, definitely not me actually, but they're kind of in there, because like if you see, because this person, even though they are doing they have a good intention, they're still very me focused, so it's not the same. It's more neutral than what I'm doing. I think what I'm doing is very direct, calling your insecurity out. So let's see, we'll skip. That person's not really, they don't need therapy or as much or whatever. Let's see. How come you're gonna stop? That's a good one. Well, I guess, hey, you know what? I guess we could, we'll definitely like some of them. Just kind of, not because we like it, but kind of as a marker. Maybe. We're thinking, what are the replies? Because see, that person replies, and then someone is going to... Oh, see that one? That's a good one. And see, that one has their attention. That one got their attention. But I don't want their attention right now, because I could definitely reply to that, because this person is projecting themselves outside. And if you this key thing, they don't want to get involved, and if that's really specific wording, um, they're projecting. The person took video never said if they were or not, but this person's projecting. So this Save Encinitas person is actually saying that they take video of the bad things, but they themselves don't actually want to take part in it. The involvement, because this person, how convenient, this is saying, why is it that the third person, the reporter essentially, why didn't it stop him, and this person, even though it got them, because this person's like, why didn't you stop him? And because obviously, look, we didn't imagine the person who took the video, so they're not even the same person, but they're already defending themselves. So that's how we know that this Save Encinitas person, if the same situation arose, that's what they would have done. But key word is didn't stop them. That really is saying, like, why aren't you doing, why are you a bystander? That's really what it's saying. Like, why are you doing nothing? And because the person in the video is doing something, right? And that's what it really means, that they're the person who created this account. They're the kinds of people who will just kind of like, but they won't actually like, they'll rant, right? But they won't actually kind of do the more hands-on thing in their community, and that's why their account is anonymous too. This account's anonymous too, in a sense. Okay. But I'm not the one ripping up bike lanes. Oh, here's another one. Paul Wilkin. It's the same thing. It's saying, if I got to a situation... No, that's what it is. The person... It's literally a person getting at the post office, right? That's the video. And this person's like, go back to the car or blah, blah, blah for a weapon. Because that's what it's saying. That's their expectation. That person's... What they're really saying is, if the tables had been switched and if you ever see me react like this, that's what this person's saying. If you ever see me react like this, then it's because I'm reaching out for, a gun or whatever in a weapon. So that's what the comment really means. So if you ever see this Paul Wilkin person react like this, that's exactly what they would be doing. Very sketchy that we live with people like this in the community. We'll do this one for fun. ChatGPT, stop fucking around. What did it say? That's funny. Yeah, stop fucking around, ChatGPT. Damn. Okay. Do some work for me. Was that the right one? No, not that dude. ChatGPT, you are disappointing me today. Oh, that works too. I mean, ChatGPT is a little more on the conservative side of things, but let's see. See, ChatGPT's focusing on the key right away moment. They're focusing on it's two things. Either they made it up, that's possibility, right? Or two is actual experience. So and see, that's the thing. They see something. That's what it comes down to. They see something, and that they repeat the cycle essentially by repeating it to someone else. But it's not just that they're repeating it to someone else. It's that they actually themselves believe that's they believe it as a realistic situation, and that's why it comes back down to the whole, if they were at a point where like I behave like this, then that's what it's saying. That they kind of see themselves played it out in that kind of way. So you know what I mean? It's like it's literally the whole self-projection thing. But anyways, they got to think a little bit. They need to think. Let's get this 47. I like seeing people's reactions too sometimes, because like sometimes it's kind of neutral. It's like that one sounds reasonable, sounds neutral, right? But then I wonder, it has a lot of likes. Let's see if they expand a little bit more. Let's see, because it sounds, instead of saying I hope they get help or something, I hope they get arrested, right? That's already, you know what I mean? So even though that one's not really saying much, if the first wave doesn't work, then the second one usually does, and that's kind of the key thing here. If they delete their own comment, I consider that a success, because that's actually what I want them to do, to delete their comments. Start, that's you know what that means, right? Concede. And it has that effect on that main account, which I'm telling you, so let's see. I don't know. People are interesting to observe and study. And it gets super interesting. It gets super interesting when they reply back, too. Which is really weird, because actually in the US, most people think most people are bad people, actually, which is really weird. And in occupied Palestine, it's actually the complete opposite, which is really weird. It tells you a lot. Okay, so now we're gonna go back. Let's just follow. We should follow, right? Yeah, we're following them now. Oh, look, you got some replies, I think. Did we get replies? Activity on my post? Not yet. Let's go back to the group. Oh, Encinitas votes. That's another one. They're sharing the same stuff. Yeah, this is the one I should follow as well. What is this? Yeah, see, that's what I mean. They're like it's like all interconnected. So, but really, the main one is, you want to go for the main one, right? That one's 2,000, 2,000. That's 26,000. So, but we'll focus on this one. Um, it's the main one. Okay, that one actually I agree with. True. Uh, let's see. Let's do this one. I mean, we're already on the page, right? Might as well do one at least. And that one seems like. Let's see what does it say. Oh, that's true. I agree with that. ChatGPT, why are you so smart? Okay. So let's. What did it say? Whatever. I like. Who the hell is that? Oh, that's why. It's their post. Okay, that makes sense. That's how they got there. This one here. So literally a dude putting out a fire means you had a maternal thing. Okay, that one. We'll do that one for sure. I think. Yeah. That one's super obvious. Oh, I could just copy it. Genius. What does it say? Well, I don't think it's actually true, but let's see what it says. Well, it doesn't matter. It still gets the same point across. Character judgment. Ah, that's true. Well, it'll confuse them, but it'll confuse them in a good kind of way. The opposite, whatever. This one's kind of funny. I like making people think. Hey, it is called social media troll for a reason, so let's go back. Wait, I want to see. Wait, what? Burning the fire. Okay, yeah, whatever. Let's see. Oh, this one. This one should be good. That guy right there. That's the issue with everything in the city. And it shows. Oh my god. Oh yeah, first one for sure is asking for it. And And they're using a dead account too, but it'll get you them. It'll get you them. What does their account look like? Theirs is a statement, so they're not really. Well, theirs is a throwaway account, but for a different reason. They'll respond, I'm pretty sure. They wouldn't respond to like another simple. If it was like a simple like, no, you're wrong. You know, something stupid like that. Another dumb, not even dumb, just another judgment. They would put it down. They might respond, or they would not respond. But they're definitely going to respond to this. I'm pretty sure they would. Oh, no comments. Okay, they're one of those. That's why they don't have comments, maybe. Let's see. Okay, so they have... they're a loser account then. Let's see. I really want to reply to that. I mean, if not, whatever. You know what? Let's try test again. Okay, that worked. So it must be a character. Oh, character length. It has to be character length then. Now, what's the character length? So the test worked. The other ones work too. Let's give it a try. Let's try. Let's double check it doesn't fill in this time then. Let's see. Didn't post. You know what? I have a better way. We'll just post it in pieces then. Oh, it didn't work. Okay, let's... it's a test of work. Maybe they don't do the @ I think they definitely would not do the @ thing. Oh, that must be it then. I forgot to take the second one off. That has to be it. But they'll still get the notification, and that's the key thing. Let's see. Delete that. Delete that too. Let's see what happens. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's what you wanted. So if your method doesn't go through your comment, then it's a tagging issue. If it's a character issue, then it will tell you, max characters. Let's see. This one is a sketchy account. Actually what I do too is I look at who liked this, right? It's not just that. This is actually a pretty big group when you think about it. It's 30,000. So those are the accounts I look for too, those other big accounts. Let's do one on here. I mean, I don't want to make this into a multi-hour type deal, but this one's a little bit different. Okay, I see one. This one, tow truck, railroad tracks, you already know someone's gonna say something, right? So let's click on it. So y'all, they're already like butt licking, you know, the sheriff's ass right here. Scary, you're already dramatizing it. This and right here, it's like already like, what if this and that? They're already doing that. Grateful, right? So they've already got so you know that account totally. And then you've got to be, oh, see that the first comment right away, roundabout. They're already targeting the roundabout. So let's go with, I like the roundabout, so I'm gonna protect the roundabout. What does ChatGPT says? You know, another dead account too. Burner account. So it's like we automate the process is what I'm doing here, because like I could do this all day. It's actually kind of entertaining, kind of like what is it gonna say next? You know, like when you're like, what's that Pokemon? Kind of like that kind of effect. Okay, and you know what? Honestly, I'm gonna put this video up, and I think it will be pretty entertaining to watch. And I mean, I guess next time I try it out, probably do read the comments and reply to the replies, right? Keep the conversation going. Okay, let's see if it goes. Oh, it worked. That'll get them thinking. Okay, let's see. Skimming. This 22 should be good. Let's see. I see they're right. Oh, here's one. And sometimes I'm like 12:10. Just do 12:10. And ChatGPT knows you can abbreviate. I mean, it would be really interesting to see how kids who grow up talking to, you know, like, because later you can make like the worst spelling errors ever. You could say like, you know what I mean? You could say it in like the weirdest way, and it just knows. So it really gets me wondering, you know, how the people who grew up on this are gonna turn out too. Copy. Paste. And actually, the real issue with that intersection, I mean, first of all, there's not like millions of signs. Like, that's a starter. But you know, that intersection like that, it shouldn't exist. There should probably, you know, like realistically, there should be like a roundabout in some kind of way. Because, you know, it's kind of where like a big truck or something, or you know, like you could get stuck essentially. So, you know, so what it really means is that they need kind of like to make it inconvenient somehow. So like, you know, if you're driving something that could get stuck there, then, you know, it's way better to get stuck at a roundabout than it is to get stuck at a train track, right? So it's not convenient for us for the most part, but it is. You know, if you don't go through the roundabout, you don't fit through the truck. I mean, and that's actually why they have roundabouts there. Now that I think about it, that makes a lot of sense. So they need another roundabout then at the other side of the railroad track. So that's what it really means. Um, so what I'm saying here is that it's the way it's designed. It's not designed. We should be designing the rural road and the world to where like I'm about to like walk off a cliff, essentially, right? We put guardrails up on places. Like more modern neighborhoods, like they get the road tighter, more trees. It looks different. And this person's like, well, instead of designing the world the optimal way, so we don't need signs at all, because you're on a sidewalk and you don't need a sign for the sidewalk. You just already know what it's for, right? So that's the same thing what we should be doing with cars and the actual road, not just the sidewalk. So yeah, that's what that's about. 23, we already did that one. I think that was the last one. Oh, that's it. I don't like the comment. M. Krantz. Who the hell is M. Krantz? No, I say that because there's that's like there's like a mayor or something with the same name. So I was just wondering if they're related or not. Whoa, who said what? Krantz. Not Iran. I said Krantz. Jeez, whoa. You're tripping. This person's probably, dude. What kind of loser calls someone a dork and then says F instead of fuck? Like, what kind of, you know what I mean? Let's see. Let's go home. What does this one say? Yeah, this place is pretty much a garden town. That's where it's from. That's why they're all about that. Yeah, I think we're good for this session. We're gonna call it quits for today.